everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and this is Falcon and the Winter Soldier as we get into episode number 2. Looking forward to checking out this episode, and I can't stress that enough because usually I record this on the morning, but because of PC issues, I've had to suspend it for a few hours. So hopefully, touch wood, hopefully all those issues have been resolved because they've been, especially yesterday, they've been kicking my ass. So yeah, but looking forward to continuing this story after the first episode was really amazing, picking up on both Sam and Bucky after Endgame and how they've been coping. And yeah, there is the likelihood that they're going to clash in this episode after the new Captain America has been unveiled. The shit-eating grin who has a punchable face, as everyone has said. Yes, Steve would be insulted, but I'm really looking forward to continuing this story. Like I said, the first episode was really amazing, and I'm hoping that episode 2 continues that trend. So, with that said, let's get into episode 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let's go.
To be something. And I don't want to fail them. Yeah.
I don't want to just resent him because he is Captain America,
Be
but
yourself.
Yeah.
They're
you
gonna
can
love you.
sympathize with the fact that there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
You can't just punch your way out of problems anymore. You know? Time
Cap
to go
did.
to work.
He even beat himself up. You might have to contend with that, John. Just beat yourself up.
Time to go to work.
The thing is, though, can you do this all day?
I liked that what I was doing would make people feel safe. Steve Rogers was the kind of guy who could do that. He gave me hope. So even though I never met him, feels like a brother.
You have no idea. Oh, Bucky. You deserve it! You deserve it! Isn't that the same pose as the Avengers game?
Good to see you too, Buck.
No wonder it's crap.
I'm working.
What big three?
The big 3.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
It's not a thing.
That's definitely it.
No, it's not.
Every time we fight one of the 3.
So who are you fighting now, Gandalf?
How do you know about Gandalf?
I read The Hobbit in 1937 when it first came out.
So you see my point?
No, I don't.
No, you can't call me that.
Why not? That's what Steve called you.
Steve knew me longer, and Steve had a plan. 15 seconds to try.
I have a plan.
Really? What is it?
All stealthy. Little time in Wakanda and you come out White Panther.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Inside, therefore way ahead of you. It's not great, but very doable. Hello, how are you?
Found the hostage.
Unless she's a plan.
You okay?
She is a plan, isn't she? Yeah, there we go. Oh boy. Oh! Oh, you're paying for that. You are paying. That's coming out your paycheck.
Sam, John Walker, Captain America. Lamar Hoskins. Looks like you guys could use some help.
Oh, oh. This doesn't... Oh, he held the shield. Again, the action, the camera shots are really impressive.
Hello, girl, kick your ass. John, where at, man?
Wait, did he have a gun?
Bad idea.
Oh, he's gonna get... Oh, oh. Yeah, these guys are definitely not to be messed with if they are. Bucky says they are. Super soldiers.
Sorry about Red Wing.
No, you're not.
You're Red Wing.
You hacked my tech.
Sorry, it's not exactly hacking. It's government property.
I say it's
The
hacking.
government.
He's already
See, always
pushing
just
the
stare like
buttons.
that?
You get used to it.
Okay. Look, you know things have gotten kind
I see a guy hanging out of a helicopter in tactical gear. I need a lot more than Lamar Hoskins.
Battlestar. Just fine. Battlestar. Stop the car!
I get it, okay? I get the attitude, I do. You didn't think that the shield was gonna end up here. I
Bucky
get
is
it, Bucky.
not putting up with this shit.
And
Oh,
This has your name written all
just
over
block
it,
the
bro.
number.
Feel comfortable?
Because after tomorrow, there's no going back.
The fight begins to restore what was
Yeah.
once, I guess, the norm.
One world.
One people.
One world.
One people.
One world.
One people.
One crew. 100 vibes.
Is it because I'm black and I'm the Falcon?
Well, technically, I mean, yes.
So are you like
Oh.
black kid?
Oh.
Just wanted to see if he got the arm back. Or if he'd
Oh,
come
wow.
to kill me.
Not a killer anymore.
You think
Bucky.
you can wake up one day and decide who you want to be? People running tests, taking my blood, coming into my cell. Even your people weren't done with me.
I see you.
Get out of my house!
What's going on? What's going on?
Damn, that's really heartbreaking.
Calm, what do you want? We're just standing here
Just
talking.
give him your ID.
No,
so
I'm
we
not
get
giving
the
him
hell out of here.
shit. We're just talking.
hey, look, is this guy bothering
No,
you?
he's not bothering me. Do you know who this is?
What the hell?
Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wilson. I didn't recognize you without the goggles. I'm really, really sorry.
Oh,
about
that's really disgraceful.
that. Guys, there's a warrant out for your arrest.
The president pardoned him for all that.
Come on.
You missed your court-mandated therapy. It's like missing a check-in with your PO. Sorry, Mr. Barnes, you're
look.
under arrest.
No.
That was not me.
Christina! It's great to see you again.
You gotta be
Was
kidding
it?
me.
Oh.
Heard you were working with Bucky, so I thought
He
I'd
is
step in.
trying so
Bucky's not
hard.
following a strict schedule any longer.
We haven't finished our work. Who authorizes?
Wow.
He's too valuable of an asset.
Keep
to
your
have
calm,
tied
Liam.
up,
Just
so
keep
do
your
whatever you wanna
calm.
do.
Is something that you would like to see that would make your life better?
In my miracle, he would talk less.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Isn't that ironic?
Oh
You guys are
my
leaving me with no
goodness.
choice. It's time for the soul gazing exercise.
I like this one. Thank
Oh.
I mean,
No,
it's right up your alley.
Face each other.
You
Face
should
each
really
other.
enjoy.
There, you see, that wasn't so hard.
The urge to kill is rising right now.
Wait, what are you doing? Are you having a staring contest? Just blink. Sweet Jesus. All right.
You just love this.
That is everything he stood for. That is his legacy. He gave you that shield and you threw it away like it was nothing. So maybe he was wrong about you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me.
Bucky. No.
Will never understand. But can you accept that I did what I thought was right?
This is it for Sam. He feels like
You know
he's
what,
being
Doc?
lectured for
I don't have
nothing.
time for this. We have some real serious shit going on.
What was rule number 2 again?
Don't hurt anyone.
Goodbye, Doc.
Well,
And
I feel bad.
I feel awful.
there's a little bit of hurt going on, isn't there? What is this piece of shit?
we're free agents. We're more flexible. So it wouldn't make sense for us to work with you.
A word of advice, then. Stay the hell out of my way.
You trying to threaten, buddy? Buddy, are you trying to threaten? Literally taking a bullet for her. Oy. Well, you gotta say, you took one for the team.
You're just gonna go sit in a room with this guy?
Yes.
Okay, then. We're gonna go see Zemo.
Oh, yes! Hey, buddy! Been a while? Oh, man. You know, you can really feel the difference with this show, but it's a good difference, and it's just really joyful, especially seeing Sam and Bucky's chemistry, and you know how they're like kids, and it's just so fun. And then there's John, who I don't know, like, you know, he puts on this story about how there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and I can get that, but. No, it's like rubbing it in our face. I don't know. With the way he's just tried to, you know, yank both Bucky and Sam over to his side, like with the siren, for example. It's like, just stop trying, buddy, okay? And stop trying to get us to like you. You're not Steve. Oh, man. I don't know why, but I feel like those first 5 minutes pissed a lot of people off, so... So it's a nice continuation, this episode, from episode 1. There was some really heavy stuff, there was some emotional stuff, and we got to know John a bit more, which, you know, I started off sympathizing with him. Like, you know, I don't want to instinctively hate him because he is the new Captain America when Sam should be. And then there's those opening layers, and then he ends with that, get out my way. I'm like, okay, so we're back to wanting to kick him in the face. Cool. I just loved how Bucky was not dealing with any of his shit. He was like, you know what? Fuck you. Don't care. But yeah, there was some really heavy stuff in this episode. There was some really great stuff. And the action, again, when we had that truck scene against the Flag Smashers. Again, the visuals were really nice, especially the camera angles. Yeah, it was a really great continuation from the first episode, so I really liked it. And there was also Isaiah, who I believe was Captain America in the comics. I'm not too sure because I haven't got that much of extensive history from the Captain America, but I do recognize his name, and there was a bit of detail regarding Bucky and Isaiah when they were enemies, and how, because of the color of his skin, he was not as, decorated for being one of the super soldiers, and he was sadly tortured, and that scarred him for the rest of his life, as we saw in this episode. And on top of that, with the banter that Sam had with the kid, because Sam shrugged it off, and as well as the police scene when that officer was using an aggressive tactic against Sam when nothing was going on but racism. It really is very sad, and I think all of this weighs into a heavy factor to why Sam is very, very... he doesn't want to take up the mantle, because of the fact that is America going to accept a black Captain America? Because sadly, that's you see stuff like that officer confronting Sam, and you think of how hard hitting it is, and following Isaiah's story, it just stings very, very deep, and yeah, you can really see with the fact that he refused to take up the mantle, and the racism that was incorporated in this episode, that, you know, that kind of adds to the to Sam's testament to why he feels it was right to not take up the shield. But what I really loved was that scene in therapy where Steve and where Sam and Bucky were talking about, you know, Steve trusted you and you gave that away. And that scene from Bucky when he said, maybe he was wrong about me then, if that was the case, that was really heartbreaking. And, you know, you got to give Sebastian Stan some credit, because that emotional hit, that beat, that was really, really followed by what's rule number 2 again, because of the whole the situation. It was really, really painful. It was really great, that sequence, and I really liked it because you know, Sam has his reasons, and Sam he, you know, you don't argue with the fact that, like, you want him to be Captain America, of course, but you know, sympathize with Sam and his like why he doesn't want to, like, carry on the legacy, as well as take into account those feelings that Sam's probably thinking, can America accept a black Captain America? There is a lot of depth with Sam's decision, and I'm really liking how we're seeing how Bucky's affected and how he's hurt because of the fact that Steve chose him. And, you know, he understands why Steve chose Sam, and it really breaks his heart, especially seeing someone who he definitely feels is undeserving of having the shield take over the mantle of Steve. And yeah, and I just really loved everything that came out about this, like the agony from Isaiah as well, when he was he just basically rejected both Sam and Bucky because of the pain, because of reliving the trauma, as well as adding on to Bucky's attempts to try and make amends, because of course we had that in the last episode where he was befriending Yuri, and we obviously know the fact that Yuri was the father of the person that Bucky killed in that flashback, and so that's eating him away, and so revisiting Isaiah, who they were both enemies with, and you know, feeling a lot of agony for what Isaiah went through. It really does add on, I feel, to Bucky and his efforts to try and be a better person by confronting someone who was once an enemy, but is someone who, you know, is wanting a bit of help, especially against the Flag Smashers, so who are a very, very interesting adversary. But I am really curious to see what role Zemo's going to play, because I think I did speculate in the last episode maybe he's going to be involved, especially with how he felt so much resentment against the Avengers for what happened to him personally. And you got the Flag Smashers, who are trying to bring elements of the like time when when half the population was snapped away. They're trying to bring that back into the fold. And thus there was no Avengers, really, although there was heroes trying to help out, like the world as we know it, the heroes and all that. Spider-Man, even, well, Sam and Bucky, they were both gone. And, you know, one's got to think, assume at that time that this is very, very opportunistic for Zemo, but it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of role Zemo's going to play, because I feel like we know that he's going to be an antagonist. of course, this is reaching out to Zemo at the minute is room for help for both Bucky and Sam. But like I said, I feel like they're building him to be the main antagonist, and the Flag Smashers are there to set things up for the first half, and then Zemo takes charge or something. So yeah, because I don't think John is going to be an enemy. I think the thing is with John, he is trying to do the right thing, but he is a complete dick about it. Like, he has that arrogance to him, and he is such a tryhard. No, he is. And, you know, there was certain stuff like him commenting about Steve being a brother and then cutting to Bucky. That really smothers salt on the wound, because how dare he? He never met him. And then, you know, you got Bucky who's upset because you have no idea. So this is it though. I was warming to him at first, and then he says that at the very end. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. You know what? If you die, then it's probably not going to be a surprise. But I do feel like he sent that message to Carly, I think she was called. I think that's what his name was. About the fact that he was very, very threatening. I think he sent that because I think he doesn't have the super serum, the super soldier serum, and they do. They are super soldiers. So I feel like they stole that from him and robbed him of his, because this is what he said at the beginning. I want to become something. Well, this is paraphrasing, but he wants to become something that people expect, and he doesn't want to fail them. And a part of that were of what made Steve Captain America was the super soldier serum. And if he's not able to hold his own, if he's not able to carry on the Captain America legacy, because like I said, I think he means well, just he's a dick. So yeah, and I feel like with that missing ingredient, he's not going to live up to the expectations of the people. So thus he's going to try, and thus he got robbed, and he sent that message to them. So that's my feeling anyways, because he does, it wouldn't be surprising, especially given his personality, because he's not got that charm of Steve. If anything, he's a bit of an arrogant prick, to be fair. So this is it though. I was warming to him at the beginning, especially with how, you know, honest he was being, and how I guess candid he was. But then as time went on, he was just rubbing me the wrong way. So, and then he said that message at the very end. I was like, yep, there it is. We it's funny, we have, even though we went on a roller coaster ride with him during this episode, we ended episode 2 the same way we ended episode 1, wanting to punch him in the face. So yeah. Yeah, it was really interesting going into a bit more of his story, as well as the chemistry between Sam and Bucky. It was just really good. Like, this is it though. They've always had good chemistry with each other, like especially in Civil War, and we are so blessed to get a full a series of these two just bantering it up. So of course I feel like that's going to lessen as episodes go on, but this was the reintroductory of their partnership, especially with the news of the new Captain America coming around. So as well as the fact that hurts, this is it though. This is adding on to the whole racial thing, and how Sam feels like there can't be a black Captain America, having that debate, because they happily gave the shield to someone, to a white person. Like, what was it? Days after Sam decided to give up the shield, and what he thought they were going to display it in a museum, to moments later bring it out, be like, okay, John, you're up next. So, yeah, it's just with the racism that was involved in that, like, 5-10 minute sequence, you could just kind of feel that Sam's feeling that, like, he's asking that question, can there be a black Captain America? Are people going to accept it? Because sadly, present day, there's a whole bunch of there's quite a bit of racism going on in America. So, you know, this kind of stings a bit deep and puts you to think about what Sam's thinking about. Like, can there be a black Captain America? Can the people accept it? But I mean, this is it though. I feel like because I think it's inevitable that he will carry the shield. But it's the journey that's embracing, and it's moments like this that really does sting. So, yeah, but I really loved the continuation of this episode, of the last episode coming into this episode, and it will be very interesting to see what Zemo has on offer. So, yes, but with that said, I will see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my Media Feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!